trying to set up everything over here, so it takes another second. Thanks for everybody for joining in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, go and check out my channel. I have lots of videos up there as well. Now, today you can see on the base over here, I already done some changes, so I added this pink to it. Joining in, hit that like button. I'm just setting up my tablet so I can see the chat. And now over here. So here I did a little bit of a dark shadow to the letters, to the KO, and then this is a dust magnet at the moment. And I done these ones over here, the spikes that coming out from the ground. So I done it kind of the same way as I done the translucent resin. And I did give a little bit of a whiter gray on the top, just a little bit of a highlight. So this is how it looks at the moment. So I hope all of you can see it. So I'm gonna set this aside and I'm gonna set up here for the next step, and then we'll be doing the skin tone. Now for that, I had to clean out my airbrush. As you can see at the moment, it's taken apart. When I do the skin, I always like to clean out my airbrush properly. So I always give it a deep clean because I don't want any other paint to mess up the color in any shape or form. So I'm gonna assemble my airbrush really quick. And now I'm going to try out a different way of painting the skin color. I never done it like this before. I saw lots of people doing it, so I'm gonna try something out and hope for the best it comes out as I'm imagining it. Now, it's always good to try out new styles to paint. You don't have to stick to one. It's always good to learn, and if you watch other people's videos, you can always learn more all the time. Now, I'm gonna have one of these ready to mix up a little bit of paint, and for this one, I'm gonna use this ink, this red, and I'm gonna mix it up with some water because I really want it to be runny. Oops, this is leaking. That's never a good sign. Now, this time I have my paper towels with me, but I don't know why is this leaking. That's strange because the thing was closed up. Okay. Maybe has some dry glue on the dry paint on the side, and then didn't close in properly. I'm gonna try to remove that. Now I have to be honest with you guys. I have this paint for some time, but I never really used it, and it's going to work perfectly for what I'm about to do. So it's quite handy. And again, I'm having red all over my hand now, which is not as good because I don't want the skin to be messed up. So I have to remove all of the red really quick before I start doing anything. Okay, so I'm gonna drop 1 or 2 drops of this. I went with 3, and I'm going to fill it up with a lots of water. Take one of these brushes, and actually this is a base brush, and just make sure that I mix it in really, really, really good. Now I needed this to be watery as much as possible. And then we're gonna use some of these sponges. And we're gonna start with the arm first. So if it doesn't come out as I want it, we can correct it. So I will have these sponges over here. So what I'm gonna do is just start applying red kind of everywhere. And then I'm gonna take the sponge and just remove it nicely. Now again, I saw a couple of guys doing this, some videos, and I really liked it how it looked. So I hope I can do the same kind of way as they showed it. Now this is my first time doing this. So the sponges will leave a little bit like a textured dot on the skin. And definitely I don't want too much of the red in the recesses. And I will need a little bit of an airbrush over here just to run out the air, run out the red from. That will do. We'll see if this comes out as I imagine it in my head. I hope so. Oh, hi Lucas, how are you? Thanks. Now, guys, check out Lucas' channel as well. He's doing some really amazing paints up as well. Thank you for joining in. And his channel, it's similar to mine and to the 3D Painter as well. 3D Painter is in the chat. Thanks, Ron, for joining. Yes, I love this, and I have the Evolution as well. These are my two brushes, and they are amazing. I have them for the last 3 or 4 years now, and I'm really, really happy with them. Only thing I have to change time to time is the needle and the nozzle because back when I started, I didn't know how to take care of them, and then they got messed up a little bit. But once you learn how to take care of them, and if you take care of your airbrushes, these are really solid brands, so they're going to hold out for a long, long time. Lucas, did you finish your Fallout statue? I know you were working on the Fallout, but I'm not sure if you finished it or you're still working on it. And guys, by the way, as far as I know, the 3D Painter is gonna be on live today. I know he was a little bit under the weather for the last couple of days, so he didn't stream. But as far as I know, he's back and today is going to stream again. So make sure you check him out as well if you have some free time. The 3D painter is working on a Daredevil statue from Sanex, and it looks really, really cool. And he done a cool light up feature on the base. So if you're interested in that sort of statues that you can light up, his channel is really, really cool. So make sure to check it out. And then again here, Lucas as well. He's doing some amazing work as well. So go and check out his channel as well. Now again, guys, I don't know if this is going to work out as I imagine. I hope so. It's something new that I'm doing. I never done this before, so let's see. Now, thanks for everybody for joining. And as you can see, today I'm keep working on Cammy. This statue is from LA Figures. You can find it on the Patreon. If you're interested to pick up the file, go and check him out. I know this month will be Akuma, if I'm not wrong. There are lots of Patreons out there, so you can always find something that you would like to paint up or print as well. It's always good to try out new Patreons. Sometimes you get to stuck in one Patreon and then you don't really check out other creators, which is a shame. So I always try to do different models from different Patreons. The Piney Stream. I just went by eyes. I didn't do by any ratio. So hopefully, because this is the first time actually I'm doing this, hopefully it's going to come out as I imagine. Now, the videos I saw the guys doing this, they didn't have a ratio to it. So I was thinking just I'm going to kind of eyeball it in the same way. So hopefully I'm not messing it up, but if worst case, I can always just go over with another code and then just restart. But I'm planning to do it the right way. So I put 3 drops of the ink, so using this ink, but you can use something else that you have. And 3 drops, and then I would say at least 4 times the water. So far I like it. I don't know how much you guys can see, so I'm trying to move it close a little bit to the camera. It looks really good so far. And on this one, I'm going to use afterwards really, really light coat of flash paint. So you're gonna still see the red coming through. I have to be honest with the arms. The red is a little bit washed out, so I'm gonna try to apply a little bit more. Now looks better. And I'm gonna do the same on the other arm as well and on the face because I feel like these are just kind of blend in a bit too much. Maybe I applied a little bit the sponge on the first time too heavily. Yeah, it's really tricky. The video that I saw, the guys actually were not talking at all. They were just showing how they do it. And the funny thing is, I was trying to look up the video again because I remember I saved it, but the video didn't show up. So again, if I would be to go by ratio, I would say paint around 20% and 80% water. But that's just a rough ratio that I will say. So as you can see here now, you can see the dots a little bit better with the red. And then I'm gonna glaze over with fat flash tone on over it. So I'm gonna do the face as well a little bit because again, it looks like the first time didn't come out as I was expecting. So yeah, it's already looking better now. Yeah, I like that. And then we have the last leg, the big part. So I'm going to try to do this in separate parts. First, I'm going to do the top part and then the bottom. Yeah, you see, I always like to try out and give credit to the guys where I see it. But as I mentioned it before, I cannot find the video anymore. Maybe they removed it or something happened. I cannot find the video. Now over here, you have to watch out. You don't want to leave the paint dry too much. So what you want to do, you want to have a continuation because if the paint start drying, then it will be a separation between the two parts when it's dry and when it's fresh. So you just want to apply the paint as fast as possible. And then you go back and you play with the sponge as much as you want. And here we go. So it doesn't do us the separation between the dry paint and the wet one. You have to watch out with that one. It's really, really important. Now, as you can see, guys, these are the dots that are gonna be around when the paint's dry. So make sure you have the dots in the right place and maybe not too big. So always go back and try to hit it as at a certain ratio, kind of in a way. So it's not too much. It's just nice and dotty. I'm pretty sure it's a proper word for that, but you know me, I'm going to butcher it and just come up with a random name. Yeah, that's true as well. You can always layer up, but you cannot layer down. Okay. So this looks okay to me. Yeah, this looks about right. So now I'm gonna do the bottom part. So I'm gonna do this part of the leg, and again, just apply as much as possible. Spread it out as much as possible, and then you come back, and then you're gonna. Now here we are lucky that we have this belt on her leg, so we don't see the separation. And of course, I will have to do the green marks on her leg as well. But that will be after everything is done, so we can give a clear coat. Okay, for a second there, I was thinking that we're gonna have a separation, but then let's hope we don't. Okay, and now I'm gonna go back with the sponge and just play around with it really gently. Just make sure that the red goes everywhere you want it. As you can see here on the top part, I'm trying to close it to the camera, but the focus will be bad. So as you can see over here, I have this really nice red dots. So that's what I'm trying to do over here as well. I just have to make sure I don't have more than on the top. So again, just go gentle with your sponge over on the top. And I always try out new methods. The other time I done something with the sponge on my cable's face. You can check out that video if you want. And actually I saw that from Mimic Hobbies. The guys are doing some amazing job. There are a couple that they're working together, so she appears more on the camera and he's doing the paint in the background. As far as I know, they are from the UK. So okay, this is done as well. I'm happy how it looks. It looks really good. Actually, it came out better than I was expected. Actually, it's really nice. So I'm going to leave this to dry, and then let me check again the arm. Yeah, the arm looks good. I'm gonna do the fist as well, because we cannot forget about the fist. Now the fist is quite small, so you don't see it as much, but I always like to maintain a continuation between my work, so I will regret it not doing it later on. So at the moment, as you can see, I have this metallic candy apple on her gloves, actually on her arm, whatever gauntlets are these, but actually the gloves are just normal red. On this one, I'm going to give a darker wash. Hi, Kate, how are you? Thank you, thank you. We are trying something new Kate did today. So I never done this before, as I mentioned it. So I'm trying to do something different and see how it comes out. I saw this on the YouTube and I said to give it a try. Actually, not on YouTube, I saw it on Instagram or one of those social medias. There's so many at this moment. You don't even know which one to follow or where you saved something. I had to go back and look everywhere for it, but I couldn't find it. So I'm sorry I cannot credit the artist that I saw this doing it. But maybe he removed the video or it's going to pop up some other time. And now this is kind of done. So my next work will be I'm going to use the fine detailing airbrush. But before that, I'm going to dry my models a bit. The pressure is low, so we can raise the pressure. So now on the arm, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna do some highlights with glassy coat. Glassy coat. I forgot the word that I'm looking for. Give me a second. I'm going to remember. I didn't mean glassy, I meant something else. Oh, Trackmods is in the chat. Thanks for joining, Trackmods. Guys, if you like Star Trek stuff, Trackmods over here, they're doing some amazing figures. Go and check him out. He's doing live stream as well with his friends. They're doing a live stream in group. Now let's dry up a little bit this as well. And now you guys can see the red really nicely under it. So on this one, I'm gonna give the word still didn't come back. I'm gonna water down some flash paint. So let me find the flash paint. It's over here. I'm gonna mix this one up a little bit and we're gonna start working on the tie. You just have to make a little bit space over here. And by the way, the torso is finished up. So as you can see, this is all done. I finished the red, done a little bit on the leather straps over here. I give some details, a little bit of different colors in the back, and this is the torso done. So he has the varnish on it and everything. And now we're gonna do the fine details. A spackling, yeah, that was more like a spackling, but this one is when you water down, really water down the paint. You're gonna call it as a. It's gonna come back to me. It's almost like 80% thinner and 20% paint. I don't know why I cannot remember the word that I'm looking for. So you want your paint to be really thin. So you don't want it to be. Thank you very much, Ron. Thank you, Kate. Guys, our friend Kate over here, she's an amazing artist. I done some of her work. I done the bureau, which you can check it out on my channel. That's her sculpt, and you can pick it up on Cultist. And she's doing some amazing miniatures now for my mini factory. Can't remember the channel name, War Games or something like that. You can check it out. I have a description to her to the mini factory link to her shop in one of my videos. So I'm gonna post it in this one as well. So go check her out. And now with this light color, I'm just gonna go on the top really gently. So I don't want it to overtake the previous work. And I'm just gonna go on the highlights kind in a way where the skin will hit the sun or the sun will hit the skin more accurately. Glazing, war games crew, yeah. Glazing was the word that I was looking for. So I'm gonna do a glazing technique on the top. And then as you can see guys over here, I don't know how much the camera will pick up, but you have a really nice skin color already coming out. Now you want to go really easily with the glazing part. You don't want to cover up too much. So that's why we only using a little bit of a paint and mostly thinner in it. And I have to say, I really like this way of painting skin. And I'm gonna do the highlights just on the top part of her body. I'm gonna pass a little bit all over, but I'm gonna focus on the top parts only, mostly. I'm just gonna cover up a little bit the red so it doesn't come out as much. Now, if you want to catch up on the rest of the Cammy build, you can do so on my channel. I post up the videos, so you can find them over there. Thanks for everybody for joining, by the way. And if you don't mind, I will appreciate if you hit that like button. It helps out a lot. We have a couple of amazing people here in the chat. We have Track Mods, the 3D Painter, we have Lucas, we have Kate, who's an amazing artist, and the 3D Painter is going to live stream, as far as I know today. So if you have some free time, go and check out his channel. It's really cool. Now again, with the glazing, you just go really easy. It's no point rushing. You don't want to lose the previous work that you've done. Now, in some places, the red will be a little bit stronger, so I'm going to try and hide it a little bit, but not too much. I don't want it to be too in your face, but you can still see it. Okay, this is coming along really, really nicely. I really, really like it. So again, I'm sorry I don't remember the person, the artist that I saw doing this, but he didn't have an English name, so that would be a little bit too hard for me to remember. But I saved his channel and the video, and I cannot find it at the moment. So if I come across him again, or I find the channel, that I'm gonna mention it next time. Okay, so Jody, you don't like any of the social medias, just YouTube. Guys, if you're in Star Trek, go and check out Track Mod channel. He's doing some amazing ships over there. Okay, that will do. So let's do now the arm. Now it's always easier to do anything that's bigger because you have more canvas to work with it. So with the arm over here now, we just have to be a little bit more cautious not to overdo it. Now here with the highlights, I'm mostly glazing over with some really thin down paint. So this is a flash color that I'm using at the moment, and I thinned it really down, and now I'm just doing some highlights a bit here and there. Now unfortunately I left the sponge out the last time I used it, so some dust went on it. So if you use a sponge like I did, make sure that you put it away after you use it or clean it before. Some of the dust went on the statue. You don't really can see it too much, but I can notice it. Okay, now I'm gonna check out because I want it to be kind of the same in a way. So I already see where I can improve a little bit on this. Always check your color to make sure that they are similar because you don't want too much difference between your skin color. So always make sure that you check back with the other pieces that you already painted up. Yeah, this looks the same. And now we're gonna do the other arm. And I'm going to do the same way. So again, guys, after I'm done over here with my stream, you can join in the 3D painter, but don't leave just yet. He's gonna start in about 3 hours. And at the moment, he's working on a Daredevil, and it's really cool. As far as I know, he's doing two bases. So one of them is translucent, and you can see actually the way that Daredevil sees because he's seeing because he's blind technically. So almost like a radar uh, thingy that he sees the world. So when he looks through his vision, everything is red. So one of the bases it's painted up that way, so it looks really cool, especially when it's light up. So make sure you check out his channel after I'm done over here. And guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. It helps out a lot. and the YouTube algorithm really likes it. And I'm trying to grow my channel, so that will help me a lot as well. If you give a subscribe, you recommend this channel to your friends and family. Now just remember, I'm going to live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and every Friday for now. So please join in. It will mean a lot to me. Bat Sonar Daredevil Vision. So that's the official name to it, the Bat Sonar Daredevil Vision. So yes, I can see over here as well, but I need to put a little bit more paint. So usually what I like to do, always compare the pieces that are already done. So it's not too much difference between the skin tone, because that's the worst thing you can do to your skin tone. It's one side of it, it's not identical to the other one. I learned this really early. I had a statue that I painted up, and I didn't do the skin tone on both of the arms at the same time. I done them in a different day, and even if I used the same paint, it was different. So since then, when I do skin tones, I always do it everything together. Oh, Bean is here. How are you, buddy? How is Bumblebee coming along? Maybe just a little bit more on the top of the red, but not too much. And I'm gonna do her face. Now the face is always tricky to do, so again, take your time. Don't rush. When you rush, you have more to lose, because if you mess it up, you have to redo the whole thing. So that's never good for the long run. And I'm trying to be a little bit subtle here, how I'm applying the highlights. You cannot do too much because the face is quite small, so the canvas that you're working on, it becomes small as well. I'm pretty sure somebody's asking what I'm doing over here. I'm not just blowing air, actually paint comes out. But I'm trying to go as slow as possible because I don't want to overdo it. And I'm just gonna apply just a little bit everywhere. Just to bring the whole thing. And don't forget, when you apply the clear coat always helps to bring everything, every colors together. So it's almost like blends in the color a little bit. Now, one thing I'm not sure yet. Oh, you're already at the painting part, Bean? That's good. Now that will do for the face, and yeah. And the last part we have to do is this side of the right leg. Now this is the biggest part, so I left it for the last because I was hoping that this will be the easiest to do. So again, what I'm going to do from here, try to hit from the top down the parts that the the light will hit. Now I'm going to apply a little bit paint on all the models, so the red it's not too strong, but so far I really like how it looks. I hope the camera can pick it up as well. Now at the moment I'm doing some flash glossing over. I said glossing again. Over the base flash tone. On that one I applied some red ink. I watered it down around 20%, so 20% ink and around 80% water. And I apply it with the brush first, and then with the sponge I went over it really nicely. And I really like this technique of doing skin. So definitely when I'm doing female characters, I'm going to try to use this technique. Oh, you're still printing. Yeah, I'm printing in the background as well. I don't know if you can guys hear the printer in the background. Sorry for that if you can. I start printing Broly, so he will be the next project. Now try to leave the shadows, the bottom part untouched in a way, and then always go over on the top. Now I wanted the red sparkles that came out. You can still see them, but I don't want them to be the main focus. I just want them to add to the paint, not to take away from the skin. So to complement the skin, but not to take away too much from it. It looks fine to me. Again, I don't know how much the camera actually picks up because of the focus, but it's really nice. I really like it. And now I'm gonna come down to the bottom part and then do the same thing. And now again, here I'm doing some glazing with some thin down flash tone. And I want to do the top part of the sculpt. So I don't want it to go on the bottom up, but I'm gonna glaze over all of the paint in time. But I'm gonna focus on the highlights, on the parts that will be more in the light to do the highlights. And again, so far I really like it. I'm actually quite happy I tried out this technique. Now, for example, I can see this one working for me. When I tried with the Zenithal highlight, that wasn't something that I enjoyed doing or I liked it or worked for me. But I can see this one actually being part of my work. And if you don't really know what I'm talking about, you can check out my video the when I upload it, the start of it. So that way it will make more sense. Now, a good advice I would give anyone who's doing airbrushing: if you're working on a statue and if you don't clean your airbrush all the time, make sure that you clean it before you do the skin color. That's always good to have a fresh, clean airbrush, because don't want to have to stop to clean out during a flash tone paint up. So I done just that before I started the stream. Just wanted to make sure that everything goes well. So Bean, when you think you're gonna start painting up Bumblebee? How long do you think is gonna take you? How more to print everything out? Do you have a timeline by the time you think you're going to finish, or you're not sure yet? Thank you, Bean. Thank you very much. I done some modification on the base as well. Not sure if you saw the video already. I posted up a little bit of it. So I think on Friday she's going to be finished. At least I'm gonna be really close to finish her up on Friday. That sounded a little bit wrong, but you guys know what I meant. Now, guys, thanks for joining in. Uh, this is my live stream. My name is Gambit Neo, and don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to catch up any of the previous parts of Cammy, you can find them on my channel. This is part number 6. Now, this is the second week I am streaming now, so I'm quite new at this, and I'm trying out a new skin tone for Cammy. And I have to say, I really, really like it. So what I'm gonna do now on the fist, I'm not gonna apply with the brush, because with the airbrush, because that's just gonna mess it up. So I'm just gonna do a little bit with the brush, and I'm gonna take the paint straight out of the airbrush. Maybe it's a better idea if I do it on the camera as well, so you can see what I'm doing. And then we're gonna do Cammy's nails as well. I'm not sure what color her nails should be. So guys, if you have any ideas, just put it in the comment down below. I meant put it in the chat. So it looks like something got stuck on my throat and it really bothers me. So let me get some water. Now let me catch up a little bit on the chat as well. Yeah, Punisher and Electra from Sanex, they're really cool as well. I really like them. So I think, Ron, you're gonna have a really nice set when you're gonna have all three of them painted up. That's going to look really cool on your shelf. So now I'm just gonna match up the same what I did with the other parts of the skin. Now it's on her face, you will not see too much, but it's really small, so I didn't want to do it with the airbrush. I didn't want to overdo it, so I'm gonna just brush a little bit of highlight on the skin and not worry too much about it. I done some glazing over her skin with the airbrush, and I'm trying to do the same thing with the brush over her fist. Yeah, that looks good to me. Now guys, any suggestion how should I do her nails? Because her gauntlet, it's all red, so I was thinking maybe I should do another color, but then probably her nails will be red. I'm not sure about that. So whoever wants to give me some suggestion, more than welcome. So now at this point, I'm going to apply some clear coat. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. And then, wait, actually, I'm gonna have to clean out my brush first because I don't want the paint to dry into it. It's been here for a little bit, so I'm pretty sure it already started drying. So what I'm doing, usually I'm using a wet wipe to remove all the dried paint in the cup. Then run some water inside, flush out all the paint that's on the inside. Okay, the airbrush is stuck, so I have to take it apart and clean it out. Yeah, that doesn't sound cool. So I'm gonna take it up. Green nails. Ooh, okay. So the nail, it's okay. So that means it's something inside the nozzle. Yeah, the nozzle, it's stuck with something. So sometimes when you just run a little bit water with pressure through the nozzle, it will free it up. But this one looks like it doesn't want to. Okay. No, maybe not. Something is still inside. And of course, when you do this, it's the last thing that you want your nozzle to get blocked up. It just takes away from the work. Okay, so we have green, and then we have natural colors, which I was thinking at the first to go with natural colors as well. Do we have anybody else? Anyone else in the chat? Don't feel shy. Just put a color down there. You don't have to comment anything else. Okay, something is really stuck in there, so let's take out the kit and then try to get it out. This tool is quite handy, but just watch out, don't push it too much inside because you can force the opening of the nozzle to be bigger, and then that's going to ruin your nozzle and you will have to buy a new one. That's what I did with my previous nozzles, so that's why I said at the start I didn't take care of my brushes the right way. I think I only had to buy 2 nozzles as far as I know, so that's not that bad. In 3 or 4 years, 3 nozzles, and we are back up running with this brush. But I'm not going to use this brush anyway. I just wanted to make sure it's clear. Now I forgot to empty my cup with dirty water. You have one of those tools? Yeah, you have to be really careful with them. They're really handy, but if you push it too hard inside the nozzle, the opening in the front will become bigger, so your needle will come forward more. I can even show it to you guys. So you see how much of this one of the needle is out and how much of this one is out. So this one is barely sticking out a little bit from the nozzle, and this one is I will say really out. Now, but this is my 0.4 nozzle, so usually I don't mind to be a little bit more bigger, so more paint comes to it. But for like a detailed one, detailed airbrush like this one, that would be nightmare. How many times did you poke yourself with that? You always have one of those tools that you do more damage to yourself than to everything else. I have my trusty hobby knife. I always somehow I cut myself or I do something with it, so that's always fun. Once I cut through my nail as well with the hobby knife. It's really good, but it's so dangerous in the same time. And now I'm gonna start applying a clear coat to the left leg. Now, I want to stay on camera, so now when you're applying the clear coat, just make sure that you apply a nice even coat everywhere. Why is my airbrush dripping? Okay, that looks good so far. Now, if you forget to clean out your airbrush after a little bit of paint, that's bad, but it's not as bad as if you forgot to clean out your airbrush from varnish. Like varnish really dries into it and it's really a nightmare to take it out. So make sure after you use your varnish, you straight up go and clean out your airbrush because you don't want to mess it up. Yes, you can. So for example, if you have the same model, like these two are interchangeable, the nozzle and the needle. So they're both from Hard and Stillback. This is the Evolution CR Plus 2004, and this is the Infinite CR Plus. This is a little bit older model, but I really like it. And to be honest with you, I think this is a little bit better, the Infinite, than the Evolution. But the Evolution is the newest one, so I took a little bit better care of that one. But yeah, these ones are, the inside are interchangeable, so you can change the nozzles out and the needles as well. That's why I have the same kind of brand, and I think it works really good. So even if you have just one airbrush, you can still change the needles and the nozzle out. Before I used to have, okay, I touched this a little bit. So before I used to have this cheap airbrush. At the moment, this one I'm just using to run some air through it and dry the varnish or whatever I'm working on. But then, yeah, the paint was really bad as well with it. And then these ones, the nozzles, as you can see over here, they're really, really small. So if you have to take it apart to clean it out, it's a nightmare. Sorry, I was off camera. So here, as you can see, the nozzles are really, really small. So every time you have to clean it to take it apart, it's a nightmare. So I didn't like it. So this is just a drying airbrush now, just run some air through it. So I never put water or anything in it. It's always good if you have two airbrushes and they are interchangeable, because if something happens with one of them, then you can still use at least one. You can still change out the nozzle. It will be a little bit more work, of course, but you can still at least use it. When I did buy the Evolution, I did make sure that it's interchangeable with the Infinity, because I learned my lesson on this one. And again, you can still use it. It's a good airbrush, but it has its down as well. For me, the biggest down was when you had to clean up the nozzle. It would take you at least a half hour to take it apart and put it back together. And it has a special tool to take out the nozzle, which is not quite handy, to be honest. Now, in these videos that I saw, the guy that I'm doing the skin color, he used a raw wash with a brush just to go over a little bit and give a little bit of details to the deepest parts of the scalp. So I was thinking to do the same thing, but I'm not sure what type of wash did he use, because again, it wasn't in English and he wasn't even talking. So if I'm not wrong, I think it was Chinese, but I'm not sure about that. So I was thinking to maybe do that as well, but I really, really like it, how it looks. I don't know how it comes across the camera, guys, but it looks really cool. And this is, again, the first time I've done it, but I really like it. It makes the skin look like really, really realistic. Okay, and now that's the skin, so I'm gonna leave this to dry, and then I'm going to start working on the gauntlets. So those ones I already painted up with chrome. I did give yeah. So I use apple red candy color. I saw that from the ground affected. He used it on his full buster, and I really liked it. And I wanted to paint up a full buster, but at the moment I kind of changed my mind, and because there are lots of parts to print on that full buster, and it's quite big. And at the moment I have a small printer, but my new printer should arrive tomorrow because my old one it's kind of broken. The screen went off a little bit, so I will have to change the screen in it as well if I want to still use it. So I'm gonna do that just to have like a backup printer, or when I need to print something bigger or more, then I can print faster. Now, on the gauntlets over here, on this red apple candy, I'm just gonna do some wash, and then I'm gonna take some silver and do some scratching with some silver fine lines here and there. And then the gloves themselves, I'm gonna do some red wash on it. And then it's only one nail that you can oversee over here. So I'm not sure yet what color. Again, if somebody has a color in the mind, go ahead, let me know. So now I'm gonna use some Tamiya panel liner, also known as the liquid scale. You can find this in different colors. I'm using a dark color, so it's almost a black one, but I'm not sure it's actually called the black. Anyway, they are really, really handy, and I didn't have them for some time because they don't send it over here in. Okay, that scared me. I was thinking that something fell down, but it was just empty bottles. So they don't send it here in Dublin when I live for some reason through post. But I ordered them, and then when I went to UK to visit my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law, I picked them up. So now I can use it. So every time now I'm going to see my sister or brother-in-law, I'm gonna pick up a bottle of them because they are quite good. By the way, guys, quick question: are you stocking up on the paints that you always use, like I don't know, Dactan, or the paints that always are like use it on most of the models? Do you up on them? Do you get a couple of bottles, or just what you need? I'm really curious on that one. So leave it down in the comments on the in the chat. I mean, so now what I'm gonna do here with the panel liners, so give some details to the gauntlets. Now soon, guys, I'm gonna do a giveaway as well. One of my statues, I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna give more information soon on that one. So if you're interested to getting up one of these, stay tuned, and I'm gonna let you know what you have to do to be part of the giveaway. Now, unfortunately, if you're in the States, you will have to pay the fees that comes now, which I don't even know. At one point, you have to pay the tariffs. At one point, they say you don't have to pay. So I'm not sure now if you even have to pay tariffs or not. But again, if you're from the United States, then the tariff will be on you. Unfortunately, they are a little bit quite expensive. But if you're in Europe, then it's no problem. and I'm not finding one of my gauntlets. Where did I put it? Ah, I put it over here. So again, here I'm using the Tamiya panel liner. You maybe know it as the liquid scale. To give some details, to make the details pop a little bit more. It's an amazing sculpt. I have to say, I really like this. Now, this video is not sponsored by LA Figures, but they made the sculpt. It's really cool. You can find them on Patreon, so go and check them out. And at the moment, I'm printing Broly from Dragon Ball Z. So he will be one of my next projects. Now, I don't know if it's going to be just a video or I'm going to paint him on live stream. We will see. If not, I will paint somebody up on the live stream. So make sure you join in. I put a bit too much over here, so I wanted to take it a little bit off before it runs everywhere. Yeah, it's an addiction with the paints. You never have enough colors, even if you have the same colors from 2 or 3 brands. Like when you apply them or how you use them, they're always different. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a nice bright silver. But first I will have to dry a little bit the gauntlet so I can start doing some scratches and damages over it. Yeah, this is clear. I'm just going back on chat, guys, to see if I missed something. Now, if I missed anybody's chat, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I'm trying to improve on this. I'm quite new at streaming, so I'm still learning. So sorry if I missed out on something that you said. And I'm really happy for everybody who joined in. And remember, I'm gonna stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So make sure that if you have some free time and you would like to join in, you're more than welcome. I'm definitely gonna be really happy to see more of you guys over here. So now I'm gonna take this silver and just do some scratches here and there on the gauntlet. And where did I put my brush? I'm just trying to use my magnifying glass because this is so tiny. and I don't want to do too much on it. So the scratches they have to be tiny as well. By the way, guys, did the new Street Fighter movie come out already, or still have to come out this year? I know they made the new Street Fighter movie, but I'm not sure if it came out already or not. Could be that it's already out and I didn't even realize. Did anyone see the new Street Fighter movie by any chance? If it came out? I saw the new Mortal Kombat one, and I have to say I liked it. It was a little bit cheesy, of course, but I mean it's Mortal Kombat, so I really enjoyed the original, the '90s one. That was really really good. I remember seeing it in a cinema, and I loved it. Back then, when I was a kid, I used to play a lot of Mortal Kombat. All my friends were playing it, so uh, back then Street Fighter was mostly on the consoles, and I didn't have a console, so I didn't play Street Fighter as much. I did play it at one of my friend's house, but I played more Mortal Kombat. So I think this Friday we're gonna finish up Cammy. So I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do next on the stream. I'm gonna be streaming for some time. I really really enjoy this. Uh, I like doing videos as well, but I have to say the editing part of the video is not as pleasant. It take a long time to do it, and this hobby is already taking so much time away from my family. So the streaming it's a little bit easier and it feels a little bit more personal as well. Chatting to you guys in the chat as well, it's amazing. I still have to improve to check the chat in time. Sometimes I don't check it, so sorry if I missed something and you mentioned something in the chat. This cutlet had so many battle damage on it. So I'm not gonna do all of it, but just some parts. It's a bit too much, and I don't want to overdo it with. And the focus on the camera is doing a funny thing. Okay, so I think that will do, because again, I don't want to do too much. Maybe just a bit here. It looks a bit empty. Okay, so this is done. You had to drive to the store. Which one did you have to go? Costco? Or just something local? Because if you take it to Costco, she's gonna be in there for a while. When I go with my wife to the store, I usually rush her a little bit. I'm not proud of that, but I don't want to stay more than I need into a store. So usually when we do shopping, I'm always kind of rushing her, which is not as good. But then if you don't rush, we ending up buying half of the shop almost all the time. Yeah, like people keep saying how huge Costco is. Well, of course, I'm not from the States, so I never been in one, but I almost want to go just to see one. I know it sounds stupid. It's just a shop. But apparently they are huge. And in Europe as well, we have few shops. Don't get me wrong. It's not like we don't have, but I don't think it compares to what guys you have there. Yeah, we are different shoppers. Usually I go in, I know what I want, go straight to it, pick it up, and then I'm ready to go. Yeah, I'm always like straight to what it's needed. And I know it's not that nice, so who knows? One day maybe will have a little bit more patient shopping. Like my wife keeps saying, like, "Oh, I have so much patience to do these paints, but not to go shopping." Oh, okay, I understand. So you don't like to go in town. Yeah, I kind of feel I understand you. When you go in town, somebody's become sometimes too messy. Then it's the traffic, and then you get stuck there for some time. Now I live in town, so I cannot complain about that, but it's still traffic over here as well. Especially when people finishing work and going home. It's madness. I mean, it's nothing like in the US, of course. Again, there's it's whole other level with the traffic as well. But it can be really bad here as well. And it's usually mostly the time you have a traffic, it's because somebody doesn't know what they're doing at the wheel. So that's always fun to see. Okay, so I'm almost done with the battle scratches. So I'm gonna move on to do the shade on the gloves, and then I'm gonna do the nail. I'm not sure yet what color to do the nail. it's between green or normal color. We will see. Just a natural nail color maybe. Or Ron was proposing to do some green. Okay, I think that will do. Maybe switch over here, there. Yeah, I think that will do. Maybe down here as well. I didn't put any. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm gonna take a dark red wash and I'm going to do the gloves. And yep, here we go. Yeah, some cities are quite bad. Here in Dublin as well, we have a couple of dodgy places. Then you don't want to go out too late. And then when you hear people coming in and go like, "Oh, so where you're staying?" "Oh, I'm staying in this wonderful place," and they tell you the area, and you go like, "Ooh, that's not as wonderful as you think." So here now I'm applying red dark wash on the gloves. So we dirty it up a little bit so it doesn't look too clean. And then still have to do something with that nail. And then once the nail is done, then it's done. And then I can move on to the boots. Oh, and I have to do the side bag or whatever, pocket, whatever is that on her tie as well. So I don't forget that. And then I'm gonna paint it up as the same way as I did with the harness that she has. So I'm gonna do the gray and then go over with the contrast color on it. Here I'm going a little bit slower because I don't want to mess up the skin color. I'm just gonna cut really nicely around it. Here we go. This is kind of done. So on this one, when I'm gonna paint it up, when I'm varnish it up, I'm gonna give a glossy varnish to the metal part, and then I'm gonna do the normal varnish on the glove, so it's gonna stand out a little bit more. And now I'm just gonna put it there, and I'm gonna do the other arm, fist. Ooh, sounds you have like a fun winter usually over there. Now, guys, thank you very much. If you just join in, you're very, very welcome. Thanks for choosing Gambit Airlines. Sit back and relax. And don't forget to hit that like button. Much appreciated. Now, I have to call out one of my friends. He said that he's going to join me. He's not in 3D painting or painting, but he likes statues. So I already give him one of, I made him an Iron Man statue. And he was saying that he's going to join in today. So you know who you are. So I hope you're in the chat as well. But I'm not sure if he's here or not. If he's here, he can say hi. It will be much appreciated. Now you see, when I grew up, we had all 4 winters, four seasons, winters. So I got like proper winter and everything. But here in Ireland, you have 4 seasons in one day. So yeah, nobody can beat that. Could rain, then be sun, then start almost like ice rain, and then go back to sun, and then in a couple of seconds. So you never know how to dress up. Okay, this is look good to me. I will call it done. So I'm gonna have to do that nail, and I'm gonna do it so just simple. So I'm gonna use a pale flash. This is how I'm doing my nails usually. So I'm gonna use this pale flash, and I'm gonna water it down a little bit. So I'm gonna put a drop of over here. It's hiding behind it of the thinner, and I'm gonna take some paint, take some thinner, and thin it down. And then I'm gonna use this on the nail. So we have this one over here. I only have 2 the nails that you can see. And of course, a hair has to go inside the nail right at this point. I hate that when it happens. Okay, let's try again. And it looks more white, but after it dries, it's gonna be a little bit darker, so it's okay. It can happen there as well. Oh, I don't know. Like here, like literally every 5, like the last 2 weeks, it was, and I know you guys think that I'm exaggerating, but it was like 2 minutes rain, 2 minutes sun, then really windy, and then rain, and then sun, and then again. It's just changing every 2 minutes, and you don't even believe it. By the time you look out, it looks sunny, you actually get out of the house, it's pouring, and then you go get the umbrella, can go back out, and it's sunny again. It's like the weather goes like, oh, you want to leave the house? Now wait a minute, I'm gonna fuck with you. So he's gonna go all over the place. And now these are all done. So I'm gonna let the nail dry, and then I'm gonna give it a clear coat. Now I was thinking to take this and do a little bit of the red on her eyes. As a little bit of a makeup. I had a little bit too much on my brush, so I'm gonna remove the most of it. I'm gonna do another coat. So what I'm doing here, I'm just glazing a little bit of a red on her eyes on the top part. Almost like a makeup. Loaded it too much a little bit on my brush, so again I'm just removing the excess. Yeah, I think that will do. And I need some white now for her teeth, but I'm going to use deck 10, of course, if I can find it. Where did I put the deck 10? It's always a good question. Found it. And then I'm gonna do her lips red. By the way, Jody, I really enjoyed your stream on Sunday. It was really nice to see you guys working on your models. And I'm gonna make sure that if I have some free time on Sundays, I'm gonna try to join in. Usually I'm spending some time with my family over the weekend, so I don't do too much online, but if I have some time, I would like to join in. It's really, really nice to see you guys working on your models. Now, my question is how much a red I want to give to her eyes. To her lips. Should I do it like a dark, dark red or a bright red? I'm gonna go with a brighter. Oh yeah, they are always fun. Uh, Me and Ron, we will try to do one as well soon. At the moment, I'm streaming from the OBS as well, so I'm learning that. The last week I was streaming from the phone, which is way more simple. But now we have to work out all the kinks for the group stream. So maybe one of these days I'm gonna hit you up and maybe you have a easy solution. Now the ones that we looked up on YouTube, it's through Discord. So I think you're gonna do it through Discord as well. I'm not sure, probably. I saw lots of people doing it, so it cannot be that complicated. So who knows? Maybe in a couple of weeks we're gonna be able to do the live stream group chat as well. I know once you set it up and you have everything ready, it's quite easy. StreamYard. Ah, okay. I never heard of StreamYard. Okay, I'm gonna look into that as well to see how it works. Usually, I always like to ask people what they're using or how they did it, because sometimes there are better solutions out there. Okay. Definitely, I'm gonna look it up. I never heard of it till now, but again, I'm really new to stream. So again, if you have any good tips, please don't mind share them. Now, I didn't even look if I'm on camera, so sorry guys if you didn't notice. At the moment, I'm just gonna do her lips. And it's always the red that you don't want to mess it up. It's not easy to remove, but it's really hard to apply, to make sure that it covers probably everywhere. Okay, I think that will do. Now I'm not sure what color. I mean, I know the color. It's a yellowish blonde, so she's blonde. So I have to use a yellowish color, but I'm not sure what color I'm gonna use on her hair. So that's something that I have to figure out for the next stream. And I'm still not happy how the lips came out. So I'm trying to correct it, but sometimes the more you apply, just worse becomes. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this because again, I don't want to make it worse than it is. It looks really good. So I want to keep it this way. Okay, the lips are done. And now we're gonna start doing the eyes. So I'm gonna give her a black, a little bit black on the sides, and then doing it the Dactan in the middle. So if I find my black, and it's over here, Now, thank you guys for joining me. If you like what you see here, make sure that you hit that like button. It's much appreciated. At the moment, I'm painting up Cammy. So at the moment, I'm painting her face, or exactly her eyes. So I'm using the black and doing the black. It's never easy because if you mess it up, it's really hard to remove. So you always want to watch out. Now, as I was mentioning it before, the hair. So I don't want to do a yellow hair, just simple yellow. So I still have to work out how I'm going to paint up, how to gonna make her look good as well. So I'm not sure what color I'm going to use yet. Now wondering if I've done a little bit too much black. But I'm gonna do her inside of her eyes soon, so we're gonna see if I overdone it a little bit. And now I'm gonna use deck 10. Yeah, probably should leave it to dry a bit. Come on, black, dry. Now the black didn't dry yet, so it's still a little bit runny on the inside. Now I'm gonna paint up the eyes at the last when everything is put together. I like to do the eyes to have a good direction. Where is she looking? So after this, I'm going to stop with the head, and then once I figure out what color I'm going to use for the hair, that could be on the next stream. Then I'm going to finish up the hair, the hair, and her head, kind of in a way. But then the eye is going to be the last thing that I'm going to paint up, because I want the figure to be mostly put together when I'm painting the eye. So that's her face for now. It has a little bit of a hair here, so this happened when I did the clear coat. So I'm gonna leave that and try to remove it. If not, it's gonna stay there forever. It's a really, really tiny dot. I don't know if the camera picks it up. It's just over here. If not, that's it. So on this here on the head, I still have to do her eyebrows and the hair. I'm not sure what color I'm going to use. I was thinking that maybe to use a yellow and then go over with some wash on it and bring it down to be a little bit so it's not too bright. If not, I will have to go and pick up a yellow paint. I don't have too much yellow. I think at this point, let me see. I have this one, but this is a little bit too strong, too dark. And I have this one. I only have two yellows. I can't believe. I'm pretty sure I have some more somewhere, so I have to look it up. Thank you very much, Ron. Thank you very much. So, give me a second. I don't believe I only have two yellows. So these here are my backup paints. So yeah, this is too bright as well. I know. Yeah, I have to look out for some yellows. I don't have too much yellow, to be honest. Yep. So those are my backup paints. Those are usually the paints that I use most of the time. So I always get one or two bottles because we'll be the first to finish. Now here I have the boot. So as you guys may remember, the last week, no, it was a Monday that I did give just a brown color to it. So now I'm going to do this one as well. So the skin looks amazing. I really, really like the skin color. I'm happy with it as it is. Maybe I'm going to do some little bit details before I give the final varnish to it. So I'm going to use some putty now to mask it up. So I'm using this type, but pretty sure you guys have something better over there in the States. Here, this is the only type that we can get, the small ones. The only problem with this one, sometimes it can leave a little bit of a residue back on the paint. So I always make sure I give it a clear coat before I use it. It doesn't really happen, but you have a small chance to happen. Now I don't know because of the rest of the paint that it's inside the putty, but it's actually the putty itself that it's on it as well. So just watch out for that. And I almost will advise you to have two of these, one for metallics and one for normal paint. The metallics are really, really bad, so they stick in it, and then and I know at this point you say that's enough, but I always say better safe than sorry, so I'm gonna put some more on it. I don't want my previous work to get damaged by the brown. So I'm just gonna cover the whole leg up. It's safer this way. Now with this putty as well, you have to watch out because if you leave it for too long, it's going to start to kind of shift around. So it's not 100% safe, but it's sometimes better than tape because tape can chip away from your paint, and that's even worse. And now the leg is all covered up, guys. As you can see, just make sure that you don't have any empty spots that they didn't cover. And now we're gonna use the brown, put everything away. I'm gonna clear out the thread really quick, and then I'm gonna wash this one out a little bit later on, so I don't spill it in anywhere here. And now I need my brown, which is this one over here. So I like to use this brown for ladder. It looks really, really cool. Now guys, whoever joined in now, thank you very much for joining. Don't forget to hit that like button, much appreciated. Sorry for begging always for the like button, but the YouTube algorithm almost forces us to beg for it. So thank you very much. I'm gonna put on a glove as well. I just realized I took it off for the putty. Now this putty, there are all types of them out there. I'm using the one that I can buy here, and it's from the Green Stuff. I heard Green Stuff have some really amazing paints as well. Honestly, I never used anything from them, so one of these days I will have to try out some. Now my hands are really sweaty, so the glove doesn't want to go on it, unfortunately. At the moment it's really warm here, so to put on this glove, it's a pain. Okay, so let's make sure that everything is covered up, and then let's apply this brown. Now this is just a base color, but usually I give 2 coats of all of my base colors. It's just how I do all my paints. And usually I don't do zenithal highlights, if anybody wonders on the skin tone. And now let's try to dry this as quick as possible so we can give another coat. Today I don't have my trusty hair dryer with me. But I just noticed that the paint didn't mix well in the shaker. So when this one dries, I have to make sure that this paint is mixed correctly. Ah, no, it's always a pleasure to have you, Jody. It's no problem. It's not bad news. Did you made it home? Okay, so I'm gonna wash out the paint from this, let it dry a bit. It's still too wet. But the thing is, I don't want to start doing anything else. I want this to dry first before I move on I want to give it a second coat. Unfortunately, the paint didn't mix too well before, so the coverage is really bad. I'm gonna hit it a little bit with the airbrush just to dry the paint. I know the hair dryer it's way better, but I don't have it here with me today, so that's okay. Next time I'm gonna make sure I bring it in. But when you use the hair dryer on the putty, it start running down as well. So that's why I don't like to use it when I use the masking putty, because it kind of melts it down and then it starts running. Yeah, she stole it back from me when last night. Yeah, and I forgot to bring it in. Yeah, yeah, you're right there. Now at this point, I will have to buy her a new one, so I'm gonna have this permanently over here, so we don't have to fight over who has it at the moment. So when I'm cleaning up my prints, I'm using here my workbench. So this is technically an airbrush boot that I made from a couple of parts from IKEA. If you're interested in it, guys, you can find a video on my Instagram, GambitNeo1, and you can go to my videos and you will see one over there. I even have an air purifier over here on this side where I'm pointing at, and that one kind of brings in all the particular from the paint, at least I hope, and it cleans it up a little bit so it's not as bad. But everything that I'm using here is from IKEA, and then I 3D printed a couple of the brackets for the air purifier. I made those files available. They're on my Patreon. They are free. You just have to go to my Patreon and subscribe as a free member, and you can download them. If you have any problems getting them, just give me a shout, and I'm gonna check out if it's any problem over there on the Patreon. But yeah, so this is my working area, usually here where I'm cleaning up my prints as well. Yeah, ooh, don't even get me started. I feel like my working area is, yeah, in the worst shape. And it's always like it's just getting worse. It's not like it's getting more cleaner or improves. It's just getting worse every time. And then as soon as you clean it up, the next day you're back even worse. But I think we all have this problem, so okay. The boots are done. Let me do a color comparison. Yeah, I'm gonna give another coat to this one, but this will go a little bit darker after it dries. So I don't like to leave the putty on for too long, so I'm gonna take it off because this is going to have to dry anyway. And this putty, after like if it's warm, it gets really tacky as well. Now here we go. This is looking okay. And I will have to look for my pouch that she has on her hip. I'm not sure where I put it, so I have to find that before I can paint it up. Now guys, I'm gonna finish painting up. I'm gonna give another coat to this boat, and then I'm gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna finish for today. And guys, just remember, in about an hour, the 3D painter gonna start streaming. So if you have some free time, please join in. As far as I understand, Track Mods, he's going to be streaming as well. I don't know at what time exactly. So Jody, if you want to put it in the chat down, at what time you're streaming, then people can check out your stream as well. Now, usually Jody does more Star Trek stuff, as far as I know. So check it out. It's pretty cool. And Beanie's back. Yeah, like yeah. Keeping the bench clean, I don't know, it's a whole nother level. So before I go, guys, I'm just gonna show you how far I went with the base. So technically the base is done, as you can see. So added a little bit more bright gray on the top. I done that with a sponge. Then I finished the letters I done on the light bulbs. I done some UV resin, so you have a little bit shine to it. And then I done the spikes that coming out from the attack. I know these ones are a little bit different than this, but I was trying to keep it close. But you can not do it the same color on the translucent resin the same way as you do it on a solid gray color. So yeah, this is the base. Now the glossy varnish, unfortunately, it's a dust magnet, so all the dust just keep going on it. It doesn't matter how much you clean it, in a couple of seconds it will be on it. So yeah, so here's the base. I hope you like it, guys, and hope to see you on my next stream, and it's going to be on Friday. Again, please check out the 3D painter. He's going to be starting in 1.5 hours, more or less, and his stream is really cool. It's similar than mine, but it's different in the same time. So if you're interested and you have time, please check him out, and don't forget to check out Track Mods. He's doing Star Trek stuff and miniatures, and it's really cool. You can always learn some new techniques or something new, like I did today with the skin color. As you can see over here, I saw this on the Instagram. I don't know how much the camera picks it up, but I saw this in a video, and I really liked it. So I tried out today for the first time, and I have to say, probably all my female characters will be done in similar way as well. Now, I'm not sure if this is finished. Maybe I'm going to do some little bits here and there. I'm going to see. It was this guy who done the video, but I cannot find that video anymore. So, anyway, thanks, guys, for joining. Don't forget to hit that like button. See you on the next one. Enjoy.